In the late 1960s, three friends had an idea that would change the world of shipping and delivery forever. Their names were Adrian Dalzey, Larry Hilblum, and Robert Lynn. Together, they founded a company that would become one of the biggest names in international shipping, DHL. It all started in 1969. Adrian, Larry, and Robert saw a big problem in the shipping industry. It took too long to send documents by sea between the United States and Hawaii. They thought, what if we could fly these documents instead? The three friends decided to give it a try. They took a few important documents, hopped on a plane, and flew them from San Francisco to Honolulu. This was much faster than sending them by ship. Their idea worked. People started to hear about what Adrian, Larry, and Robert were doing. Companies liked the idea of getting their documents delivered quickly. Soon, more and more businesses wanted to use their service. The three friends named their company DHL, using the first letters of their last names, Dalzey, Hilblum, and Lynn. They shared a Plymouth Duster that they drove around San Francisco to pick up the documents in suitcases, then rushed to the airport to book flights using another relatively new invention, the corporate credit card. As the business took off, they started hiring new couriers to join the company. Their first hires were Max and Blanche Kroll, whose apartment in Hawaii often became a makeshift flophouse for their couriers. DHL didn't stop at flying documents between the United States and Hawaii. They saw a bigger opportunity. What if they could deliver documents and packages all over the world? So, they started expanding their service to other countries. In the 1970s, DHL became an international delivery company, similar to Loomis and Purolator, who were the only other international courier companies at the time. In 1979, under the name of DHL Air Cargo, the company entered the Hawaiian Islands with an inter-island cargo service using two Douglas DC-3 and 4 DC-6 aircraft. Adrian Dalzey and Larry Hilblum personally oversaw the daily operations until its eventual bankruptcy closed the doors in 1983. At its peak, DHL Air Cargo employed just over 100 workers, management and pilots. Deutsche Post began to acquire shares in DHL in 1998, acquiring a controlling interest in 2001. By the end of 2002, Deutsche Post had acquired all of DHL's remaining stock, and absorbed the operation into its express division. The DHL brand was expanded to other Deutsche Post divisions, business units and subsidiaries. Today, DHL Express shares its DHL brand with other Deutsche Post business units, such as DHL Global Forwarding, DHL Freight, DHL Supply Chain, and DHL Global Mail. In 1999, Deutsche Post WorldNet, DPWN, purchased the Belgian shipping company Van Gend and Loos as well as Swiss freight forwarder Danzas. In 2001, Deutsche Post acquired a majority, 51%, of DHL's shares, and the remaining 49% in 2002. The new DHL was launched by merging the old DHL, Danzas, and Securicor Omega Euro Express. The pack station, an automated delivery booth, was introduced as a pilot project in Dortmund and Mainz. In 2002, DHL introduced a new red and yellow color scheme and logo. This drastic color change was mainly due to their link-up with the Jordan Grand Prix Formula One racing team, who had to run yellow liveried cars because of contractual agreements with the other main sponsor, Benson and Hedges. DHL Airways Incorporated, which handled all U.S. domestic flights, was renamed Asta Air Cargo in 2003, following a management buyout. DHL's airline had over 550 pilots in service in October 2008. In August 2003, Deutsche Post acquired Airborne Express and began its integration into DHL. In 2006, DHL won a 10-year contract worth £1.6 billion to run the NHS supply chain, part of the United Kingdom's National Health Service. Under the contract, DHL was responsible for providing logistics services for over 500,000 products to support 600 hospitals and other health providers in the UK. In a 50-50 joint venture with Lufthansa Cargo, DHL Express co-founded a new cargo airline, Aerologic, in 2007, based at Leipzig/Halle Airport. The carrier operated up to 11 Boeing 777F planes by 2012. In December 2007, DHL became the first carrier to transport cargo via wind-powered ships, flying MS Beluga Skysails kites. DHL ended domestic pickup and delivery service in the United States in 2009, effectively leaving UPS and FedEx as the two major express parcel delivery companies in the U.S. Limited domestic service was still available from DHL, with the packages tendered to USPS for local delivery. In April 2009, UPS announced that DHL and UPS had terminated negotiations without an agreement for UPS to provide airlift for DHL packages between airports in North America. DHL said in a statement, "We have not been able to come to a conclusive agreement that is acceptable to both parties." DHL continued to use its current air cargo providers, Asta Air Cargo and ABX Air. Starting a new business wasn't easy. Adrian, Larry, and Robert faced many challenges. They had to deal with different customs regulations, find reliable delivery routes, and build a network of offices. But they didn't give up. They worked hard, and their business continued to grow. DHL was always looking for ways to improve. They were one of the first companies to use computers to track packages. This made it easier for customers to know where their shipments were. DHL also introduced express delivery services, which allowed customers to get their packages even faster. Today, DHL is a global leader in the shipping and logistics industry. They operate in over 220 countries and territories and deliver millions of packages every day. What started as a small idea between three friends has become a giant company that helps connect people and businesses around the world. The story of DHL is a reminder that big ideas can come from small beginnings. Adrian, Larry, and Robert saw a problem, came up with a solution, and worked hard to make their dream a reality. Their legacy lives on in the yellow and red trucks, planes, and uniforms that we see everywhere today. DHL's journey from a simple idea to a global powerhouse is truly inspiring. It shows that with creativity, hard work, and determination, anything is possible. So, the next time you see a DHL package, remember the story of the three friends who started it all.